Alright, hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap deck highlight. Today I am showcasing the deck that got me to Infinite this season. You can see I'm top 6,000 right now. There's just not a lot of people in Infinite. I hit it earlier today actually, and I hit it with this hand buff, the Gwenpool hand buff deck, whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, it's very strong, and especially with Galacta, you can get even crazier things, especially since the cards you already wanted to leverage in this deck were cards that you want to run even more, if that makes sense. So Galacta wants to use Brood, Sebastian Shaw, Mr. Sinister. This deck already wanted to leverage and did very well leverage those cards. So, it just makes sense in a in a deck matching perspective. And this deck just adds a lot of power that can be very difficult for your opponent to predict and deal with, right? They don't know where you're going to play your cards or what cards got hit by Gwenpool, so it becomes a very challenging game for them. But yeah, I mean, this hand is pretty dead. We're missing Galacta and Gwenpool, which is pretty tough, but luckily Krakoa can kind of redeem us a little bit here. Also, Throne Room being the hot location right now really helped with this deck. Obviously, people seeing this video, you won't be able to leverage Throne Room, but it's nice. I kind of want to Psylocke and then Brood here and basically just give up Throne Room, and then we have like an Absorbing Man middle option. I'm doing this because we can break the Ice Cube, still get the energy, but then have the space available for next turn. Like I said, I was planning on just pretty much giving it up, and I'm not really sure that we're going to just do this and this. Puts us at 18 middle. Look at this. Look at this. Pain. Yeah, I just don't think 18 middle is really gonna cut it. They're running a very... I mean, I was already thinking of recruiting my guy, but thank you for making my decision a little easier. Yeah, I mean, they just pulled the Galacta. Typically with this deck, you know pretty early whether or not you're going to stay or leave. If you have Galacta or Gwenpool, you're in a pretty good position. If you don't, you're in a pretty not good position. It's that simple.
Hit him with it.
Hopping into game 2, we have comedic value from Dom being added.
Yep.
Hard to say if any will be added, but possibly. We had Galacta, which meant this would have been a good game, but alas, we loser.
RIP, better luck next time.
Dude, all I'm learning, like, from playing with Galacta more is, like, this card just simply shouldn't exist. Like, it's actually just insane to me. Cool, it's Gwenpool, but you literally have exponentially more control than Gwenpool. It's just like
cool, right?
wild in concept. 5 energy doesn't even matter. Board space is just absolute hell. The squirrels are just the worst.
What do you mean? They helped this guy play his Mockingbird.
You're right, my bad. We're up by 1 power, boys. Where the
What is
heck do I
this? That or the
place?
Symbiote Spider-Man into throne room?
I think we do this and save these,
Also fair.
but I don't know. My issue is I hate this. Like, I hate the squirrels. The squirrels just make this so awkward because my Mr. Sinister is now in this weird spot where I don't really get to do anything with him. He's just a card. But I didn't really want to play Nakia and Psylocke in the throne room because that's overkill. We have to play Mr. Sinister, or we have to play Symbiote Spider-Man there to take
Priority.
the throne room buff.
9 power thing. Yeah, and he's gonna get hit with Galacta, which helps.
Right, so he'll go to 12. So like he will lose it, and then we have to hope we can win middle left. So we beat just Thanos. Thanos plus Power Stone.
He can't play
can't
all the stones.
Win. No. But Power Stone is the biggest stone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Technically, Thanos here, Power Stone here wins. But Thanos here, Power Stone here wins if I don't play Mr. Sinister. So it's a whole mess. But maybe we made the right play? No, because if that's Thanos, we still lose. God damn it. Okay. Oh, no, we made the right play. That was the stone. That was the stone we were playing around.
Excellent.
And that's... you're wondering why I was looking at the Power Stone. The Power Stone was the highest Power Stone he could have played with Thanos. That was the worst case scenario. If you guys enjoy these infinite deck highlights, please consider subscribing. It takes obviously a lot of effort to get to infinite for the first time, so it takes a lot of effort to make these videos. So I would appreciate the support, and even if you are already subscribed, you know, liking, leaving a comment, it helps out more than you can imagine. Alright, hopping into game number 3. Oh, also, I am going to be messing around with new thumbnails coming Wednesday, middle of this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So be on the lookout for that. Let me know if you like them more or less. I am paying for these, so you know, it might not be an every time thing, but if I see that there is an appeal for it, then it would be worth looking into, right? Oh, this is awful.
I've seen worse.
I mean, yeah, but it's just bad for hand buff because both of these locations add cards to my hand, which I don't really want.
Mm-hmm.
Would I rather play a Sentinel or a Phastos again? I guess I'd rather play a second Phastos if I have to. Son of a... God blessed. Didn't really want to see that card, honestly. I would have much rather lived in blissful ignorance of this card. I would snap here like a billion% of the time. Oh my god. Shang my Spider-Man symbiote. I don't care. Hurt me. You're a coward. You're afraid of the potential.
Rude.
Weirdo.
Oh boy. The Okoye hits the Shaw twice. That's also assuming you draw him, though.
I was
Yeah, so
deciding
that's
which one I wanted to have the Galacta buff. Because I'm not sure I technically want the Gwenpool to have it. but I also don't know if I want a Sentinel in my hand to take Gwenpool hits.
Hmm.
That's the dilemma you're looking at right now.
It's fair.
I think I would rather have less power on this body here. I think that makes the most sense. We're looking for hits on Absorbing Man, hits on Brood. If we don't get a hit on one of them, we can Galacta Brood. Which is an option. Also, if we get a lot of hits on Galacta, then that, once again, is a better option.
Pretty cool.
Shaw also could be... A Shaw pull here would be really good. Oh my god.
You love to see it, really.
Never in my life. That is why we played it on the Okoye.
Dude, the Brood in the middle just completely...
Wait. What do we... Galacta, Brood, Mr. Sinister. How do we play these out? This, because it doesn't get hit by Man-Thing. This, because it doesn't get hit by US Agent, and then it'll take both Galacta buffs, and we probably don't need both Galacta buffs on the Brood. Get 18 power here, 24 power here. You know, the casual 8 plus 8, 26 plus 24, 50 power on turn 7. The casual 50 power. It's just so
Rookie
reactable, you know?
Here.
There's just so much they can do to stop this. Congrats on the Shadow King. Nice, nailed that. Do you think I can play out 6 power, buddy? Or 3 power, sorry. I have 2 Galactas. Do you think I can play out?
It's cutting it close. So, you know, what do you do with the Sentinel in your hand?
Fuck. Victory. This is the dumb thing with this deck. It just does things that, you know, I don't know. Galacta's a problem. I'll say it. What are all the good things about Elsa and all the good things about Gwenpool? What if we made them into a card? Alright. Like, the strength of this deck is you almost never have priority. So your opponent has about nothing they can do about it. Like, it was, if you remember, way back when, there was a Kitty Pryde deck that you just buffed up Kitty Pryde a whole bunch by playing like Nakia, Shuri, stuff like that to buff up Kitty Pryde's power, and then on turn 6 you just played Kitty Pryde Taskmaster.
That was the 5-cost Taskmaster.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And there was just nothing you could do about it because you never had priority because your Kitty Pryde came off the board every time. So you had like an Angela, Elsa. The playline would be literally Angela, Elsa, Shuri, Kitty Pryde. So it would get the Elsa buff, then it would get the Shuri buff, and it'd be like 15-ish power, give or take. And then you could throw it back into the Elsa lane, get another buff, and then Taskmaster it, and you'd have like, right, 40 power on the final turn. That was unreactable. Unless they like Eliathed your...
Yeah, you had to Eliath or you had to Cosmos Snipe. Like that's... I don't know what else you do there.
Yeah, you'd have to snipe the Taskmaster. It'd be the only way you could interact with it. And I don't think Eliath existed?
I don't think he did. It was Cosmo was the way you could counter it, and I always tried to use Negasonic to snipe the Kitty Pryde.
And that was when Negasonic was, like, awful.
Yeah. But what was the other option?
Not saying there was a good other option. How did I do this?
And then you can Absorbing Man the Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd almost use Gwenpool instead of the Sinister. Because you can always play, depending on how the hits, you can Mr. Sinister, then Absorbing Man.
Ugh!
Or we could just not play the game. That's also a valid option that I had not considered.
Wait, what?
My bad.
It just...
Wait, what?
It just ate the game!
I mean, great.
What is happening? We pulled Galacta. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, wait, we're fine. They can't move Spider-Man. They can't move Spider-Man to
Why
kill.
not?
If they move Spider-Man 2099, they lose middle.
Oh, okay. So they're losing one of those locations either way. Okay.
And as long as it doesn't hit the Shaw, we're probably fine. So 33% chance. Or we do that. That's the same amount of power, but it's less power losing when they move the Spider-Man 2099. That's probably the smarter play.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And they did it anyway. What do they have? Doctor Doom? No. Because they can't play 2 cards. Oh, they could play 2 cards if they have Doctor Doom, actually, because they have the White Hot Room.
Yeah.
Well,
It was not Doctor Doom, it was double Guardians of the Galaxy.
I guess if they were playing Groot, I should have assumed it was a Guardians of the Galaxy deck.
I mean, I feel like that's the main deck you run Jean Grey in, is I know exactly where you're playing a card, so...
Also, I guess it was dumb of me to assume they would move Spider-Man 2099 left, because if they moved him left, they would have just lost middle right.
Yeah, that's true. They had to either leave it or move it into the other flooded in order to win one of those lanes and therefore even have a chance.
Yeah, so it actually didn't matter if we played the Absorbing Man or the Shaw. They had priority, so technically Shaw was better because it didn't get hit by Goliath. Technically. But we also lost a bit of time because the game decided it wanted to go and kill itself, so, yeah.
Man, happens to the best of us, though.
So, me and Dom have been playing Marvel Rivals, just because the game's super fun. And this whole season is the Marvel Rivals season. So every card coming out is in the game. I say in heavy air quotes. Because that was what they said. Galacta is not in the game. Doctor Doom
is... she is. They both are. They're not playable characters.
Where are they playable?
Theoretically, there is a PvE mode.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, in case anyone was wondering and is playing, this is a snap game here. This is the hand of absolute dreams. Like, we snap here 1,000,000% of the time. I don't care that we don't have a turn 2, turn 3 play. Like, yeah. We want to pull Brood. Good game, on to the next. Remember how I said we... Alright, we lost the
Dude,
game.
I'm
It's all
so
over.
Unbelievably sick of seeing negative.
It's all over. We had a good run, guys. We're screwed. I've never seen a more doomed run in my life than what you're about to witness. There is no hope. Everything is not fun. I hate it here.
You don't really have any tech, huh?
Oh, for
There's
fuck.
Zabu, technically.
We're fucked. Oh my god. But what a
What
dream
a gorgeous
hit!
play line,
It
though.
was so good! They can only draw 2 cards. They did draw 2 cards.
And they did.
I mean, we lose Onslaught Citadel. We lose Onslaught Citadel a billion% of the time.
What, you don't enjoy this 4,000 power Iron Man?
The question, if I'm going to assume this is the normal Nis or negative deck, then they aren't running Living Tribunal. However, I have seen decks run it. The other thing is we probably should win Isle of Silence. Probably win that, because most of their cards are ongoing, so they shouldn't be able to play into there. This is 36 power, so it might beat like a Mystique plus Sage? Maybe?
Mystique plus Sage. Mystique would be 3. Sage would be
2, 4.
2,
Oh,
4,
that's a whole nother
6.
conversation I want to have. If Blob is not a fair card when he is a 6/15, Sage is not a fair card at a 3/15. I'm sorry. Blob doesn't have deck restrictions. Sages have to cost with no deck restrictions.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
That was my
What in
tirade because I knew we were losing this game. But like, Sage is not a fair card at half the price of Blob with the same power output. Like, not even in Mr. Negative decks. Like, just in like a bounce deck or anything. Like, if you play it into a semi-filled lane, like let's say this exact board state that we just had, right? Where he had 2 cards, I was going to have 1. This is 6 power. This is a 3/6. This is fair. Anything more, the fact that I had to play cards and he had to play cards, means that it was going to be a 6 or a 3, 8 to 10 with no deck restriction, and it's reducible by Ravona. Like, how is that a fair card?
What do you do about that?
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, let me know, subscribe for checkouts, and I'll see you in the next one.